Within just the last couple of minutes, the police chief here in this community confirming 6 arrests, 2 adults and 4 juveniles. This in connection to a series of crimes and chaos across 5 communities over the course of the last 48 hours, culminating in a crash between those suspects and Meriden police detectives late last night. Video you're seeing from the scene of that crash and comes following a scene earlier in the day at Hubbard Park in Meriden. A second piece of video, the remnants, what was left behind when a stolen vehicle, went up in flames and those suspects fled that scene, and 2 additional stolen cars. The police chief here in Meriden attributing a lot of this to young people. Take a listen.
Many of these offenders are repeat offenders that are continuously released back into the community because of lower bonds, with no consequences, and without being reformed. Because of this, we're seeing the criminal behavior escalate. This is increasingly putting our officers throughout the state in dangerous situations. Just days ago, we saw what happened in West Hartford, and my heart goes out to those officers and their command staff. What are we doing in the state of Connecticut? Whatever we're doing is not working, and we need immediate change to protect our citizens and our officers on the front lines.
And again, 2 adults, 4 juveniles arrested. Forgive me as I glance down. Robert Barbera, one of the adults, the other, a Kyle Mitchell. These crimes across a number of communities, including an armed robbery of an elderly woman while she was shopping. Meriden Mayor Kevin Scarpetti joining us first on Connecticut's news station. Mr. Mayor, we talked inside there. Your gut reaction to seeing what's happened really here over the course of the last 48 hours?
As I've been in touch with the chief and command staff here at the PD, it's been extremely concerning to know the violence that's occurring not only in Meriden but other communities, and the harm that our residents and our officers have been put in by these criminals. And so to know that our officers are bringing them to justice, hopefully there are more arrests that will be forthcoming. But these are juveniles, many of them, as you mentioned, there are 2 adults, many of them repeat offenders. So we need to team up with the state of Connecticut and do more to stop these crimes from occurring in Meriden and beyond, because what's happening is not safe for any community, but just know that the Meriden Police Department is working around the clock tirelessly to bring them to justice and keep our community safe.
We covered your news conference live on Fox61.com. In that, I asked you your reaction to the fact that we saw a car go up in flames in Hubbard Park, a community gem that folks know for the Daffodil Festival and other great things. Were out there this morning. People were out walking, enjoying themselves. To see a community treasure impacted that way, what goes through your head? A
very different scene. This past Sunday, I joined thousands of people from across New England at the Meriden Puerto Rican Festival, where we enjoyed live music and cultural activities, a very joyous event. And to see the car fire in Hubbard Park is disturbing. But, I mentioned on the press conference that our officers, despite it being a stolen car driven by criminals, set on fire by criminals, approached the car to see if anyone was inside to try and save them. That's the work that's being done here at the Meriden Police Department. And we're working to keep not only Hubbard Park and Meriden, but the entire state as safe as possible.
And then quickly, Mr. Mayor, folks at home who are watching want to know about solutions. There was a question inside as to whether or not the governor should host a special session to tackle juvenile crime. You lead this community. Does the governor need to act now?
The entire state legislature, I think, needs to act as soon as possible. The juvenile laws that are currently on the books and some of the amendments that were made over this past session are not enough. And so, yes, we need to do more, and we need to do more as quickly as possible.
Mr. Mayor, appreciate your time. We will stay connected as we learn new information. Good luck tackling this problem. Symphony and Tim, again, the headline here this morning, 6 arrests made in connection to crimes over the course of the last 48 hours, and an investigation very much underway.
What about the officers? Yeah, right. We know a number were hurt. Anything more on that?
Yeah, so we just heard the mayor speak to the fact that these officers jumped into action following that fire and during that crash. Do want to point out that while some of them did receive minor injuries, all have been released from the hospital and are expected to be okay. Of course, folks can stay with us across all of our digital platforms for more information. And again, tonight, as we are live and local from 5 to 7 p.m., Tim. But for now, live in Meriden this morning, Keith McGilvery, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.